Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Me Living Approved. Me Living Approved is all about being real, talking things out, bringing things out in the open, and definitely not, running away from things. I'm very excited to do this, and as you might know, I recently started a YouTube channel where I started sharing about my faith, my belief system, experiences that I've had, things that I have looked into my life, which I definitely had to do some changes and adjustments to. So this channel in specific was started on the foundation of wanting to be real with people, wanting to help ladies who are dealing with various challenges through my life experiences. I've always been a very open and honest person. My friends that know me knows that I'm the one that will always just come out bold with something, and sometimes I don't even think before I speak, and then it's out, and then it's damage control. But joking, what I wanted to say was, I like to tell people my stories because I know where I come from. I know what I've dealt with. I know what I've overcome. And I know the things that I am dealing with at the moment. But it doesn't define me. It's not who I am. It's not who I decide to be in this life. What I do decide to be is a work in progress and a masterpiece at the same time. So with this episode, I would like to introduce you to the cost of Me Living Approved. You might ask me, so why a cost, Dominic? Why are you saying cost? I'm saying cost because I'm going to mention a few people's names and some other people probably with their permission. And these people are people that is in my life, people that go through experiences with me, people that see me go through things, people that support me, people who I can support, people that is all around me. And in specific, this is regarding my family. We are a family of four: my husband Mervyn, myself, Dominic, as you know me by now, and then my daughters, my eldest Hannah, and my youngest is Zoe. But let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born in a small town called, well, not small, there's a lot of farms and wineries and things around it, but those days I think it was smaller, called Stellenbosch, which is found in the Western Cape in South Africa. And then my family moved to Paarl, which is also in the Western Cape, which is the dry part of the dry part of the Cape, I think. At least I got very hot while staying there. And there I was born, and I was raised, and my family, and I grew up there, went to school there. And then I went to university. My family moved to a small harbour town on the east side of Cape Town. And I went to university, like I said, and I met my now husband. We had a relationship for about roughly 5 years, I think, and then we got married. So me going through all this experiences, I could never quite find myself and where I fit in. I was a middle child. I wasn't the eldest, I wasn't the youngest, I wasn't the most clever, and I wasn't the baby. The babies always get spoiled. Sorry to you that's listening and who are the babies, but you know yourself. So, and I had to go through quite a few things in my life, which is not so nice, but they molded me and they shaped me into the strong person that I believe I am, obviously, by God's grace. And my husband and I got married, like I said, and 15 and a half, going on 16 years later, we're still married. We're still finding each other in our relationship, but we have made a decision. We are sticking out. Divorce is not an option, not because there is judgment on those who have, because everybody have had their own experiences. And marriage is tough, guys, especially with my husband. For me, love you, babe. My husband is a passive. He is Mr. Passivity. Is that a word? Yes. And I am Mrs. Active. So you can imagine a passive guy and an active lady, and they have to do something together. Kaboom! They smash. But we have learned over the last almost 21 years that we know each other. We've learned in some sort to adapt to each other. And my husband has always just been this sweet guy who is willing to really be the lower one, if I can state that. He's always the one that is supporting me. He's the one that, however, will tell me, babe, you know you're wrong now. And when I say something about it, he would tell me, you told me to tell you when you are wrong. Needless to say, it's a tough conversation, but it's so worth it and it's so rewarding. So I've got two girls, as you heard. The first one is Hannah. Hannah is my Miss Factual. Hannah is the one that's all about facts. She is a very structured child. She likes to have things a specific way, and she likes to keep to that way. She gives her dad a specific time to take her to youth, and if dad's late, dad gets told, Dad, I asked you, and that is what I expected. And I love her for that, because she keeps us in the straight and narrow. She is the one that helps us to stay focused on what we said. Sometimes a bit difficult, because, you can feel, with my daughter, you can feel inferior. I sometimes slip the word in. I said, hey, Auditor General. And she'll look at me and, yeah, the rest is a different story. But we adapt. And then there is Miss Zoe. So now for some of you who are listening, you know Miss Zoe as I do. Miss Zoe is well known, and not well known as in popular or well known as in everybody knows her. Miss Zoe is well known because when she is there, you definitely have a very wonderful experience. My daughter is a social butterfly. She is the one who brings the life out of a situation. She's also the one that will tell me, Mom, you are taking it a little bit too far, because I think you are not doing what you said you were going to do. And that would be the child that is way out there. She is the one that will serve. She loves kids' church. She's always excited to go. And as I say, with her, a black and white story like with Hannah has to be full of rainbow colors. And it's so fun. I've learned with my kids that I've been given the grace by God to rear them. I know that because they've got two completely different personalities, and yet every opportunity that I get to experience them is always new. They're not, they surprise you sometimes. They come up with weird things, especially the youngest. But then I adapt. Why? Because as a parent, I always say that if I've got Hannah and Zoe and I'm their mom, God must have thought that I have the ability to be their parent, their mom. He must have deposited that qualities and everything that they would ever need out of a mom, God deposited in me, so that they can find that in me as their mom, and I can help them to grow and explore, to go through life and live out their passion and their purpose. So I've shared with you my cast. I'm not even going to go into fluff babies because they're dogs, ladies, but they have so different personalities. They are They are just babies. Let me just say that. So you'll hear randomly, probably I'll share about them. But yeah, that's the cast in a nutshell. That is who you'll hear about mostly. And I want to encourage you, continue listening, not because my voice might not get boring sometimes, or I would go off on a rabbit trail and you would be like, where's this girl going? But because I want to share with you how I overcome certain things. Life is tough, ladies. We go through, as women, we go through so many things, and we don't always take the time to look after ourselves. We either go to the extreme of where we have to put up this big facade and label ourselves and make ourselves known and seen because we feel insecure, or we neglect ourselves and we think we are not worthy. We cannot afford ourselves even the opportunity to be something. So yeah, that's my heart around this, that I want to share how I combat these things, and I am trusting and hoping that even the slightest thing, that you will hear something that I am doing or have been doing that will help you, because otherwise this is pointless. And I want to say this right at the end of all of this. I would never be able to do this without God. And I'm going to trust Him through this whole experience to only do and speak what He requires of me to do. I'm once again privileged for this opportunity, and I'm excited to do this journey with you. So, with that, I hope you had a chuckle or a think or whatever you want to call it around the cost. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to you next time. God bless, and please look after yourself and stay safe. Until next time. Bye.